fellow R's, and welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm P Block Scuds, and I'm a season ticket holder at QPR. I sit in P Block in the upper loft, hence why this series is called A View from the Loft. I also run my own Instagram page, which I will leave a link in the description below. Go over and check it out. I've got unedited videos of team news, half-time views and post-match thoughts. These are from games of this season and some of last season. So, what with the coronavirus taking place at the moment and us not having any football or being able to watch our favourite teams, mainly QPR of course, I thought I'd set this series up to talk about a few things, my favourites and my firsts. And this episode I thought I'd give you a quick insight as to me as a QPR fan with some of my firsts and some of my favourites. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. So the main question that most football fans ask each other is, why do you support a certain team? And for me, the answer is simple. It's because of my dad. My dad grew up in Harlesden, which is just around the corner from QPR, for the first 13 years of his life before the family moved out to Essex. And then roll forward on from that, 15 years later, there was me being born in Essex. Now, Essex is one of those places where I could have easily supported West Ham or Spurs or Arsenal, but thankfully I've always stuck with QPR and I've never regretted it. And I also met my first ever best mate at primary school, who also turned out to be a QPR fan. And 20 odd years later, we're still best mates and still QPR fans. So yeah. So my first ever QPR game was at Loftus Road on Saturday the 6th of May 1995, where we beat Tottenham 2-1 with 2 goals from Les Ferdinand. Which ironically was the only game that I would ever see Sir Les play for us in the hoops, as not long after that we sold him to Newcastle. Now, I don't really remember much of the game itself, but I remember the atmosphere and the singing and the chanting and how the fans were when we scored and won the game, and it really, really gripped me. And I remember at the end of the game, my dad leant down and said to me, did I enjoy it and did I want to come again? And thankfully I said yes, and that was it. The love affair started from there. So every kid has their footballing hero and their footballing idol when they first get into the game, and I was no different when I first started supporting QPR. For me, there was no competition. It was Trevor Sinclair, the right-wing magician who didn't score too many bad goals. But yeah, I absolutely idolised Trev, as I used to play right wing in my local team. Sadly, I didn't possess the skills that Trev did, but there was no doubt in my mind he was always going to be my hero from that day forward. Now, being a QPR fan for about 25 years now, the subject of favourite goal, there's just so many to choose from. I mean, I could say, Zamora's versus Derby, or Furlongs versus Oldham, or Tabs versus Swansea. But the one that always sticks out for me, for a few different reasons, has to be Jamie Mackey's winning goal against Liverpool when we first got back into the Prem. It was mad because before the game we met up with some Liverpool fans that we know really well, and we got a little bit merry before the game, shall we say. And I remember, the more we got back into the game, the more, that belief was there about, we could actually get something out of this game, considering, this Liverpool side was a good side. And I just remember as soon as that ball went through to Mackie and he turned, I think I sobered up like that. And it hit the back of the net. The scenes in the upper loft, it was just pure madness. But yeah, it's one that always, it makes the hair stand up on my arms, and I just absolutely love that goal and will always treasure it. And of course, there's only one Jamie Mackey, as we can see. So this season we have seen a lot of fresh and exciting talent come through into the first team. And it's been absolutely great to see some of these young players really, put in some really decent performances and make the difference in the games. Sadly, it is inevitable that we will be losing one or two at the end of the season, But it's still great that QPR are producing these youngsters, and you know we will get some more next season that will do a turn and you know help us push on. But that being said, so currently my favourite QPR player has to be Bright Osayi-Samuel. He's got the pace, he's got the skills, he's got the goals. I mean, the goal against Birmingham, for example, what a great goal. And I can't remember the last time I saw a QPR player score a goal like that, where he was going at such high speed and with a lot of pressure on him from the defender. You know, amazing goal, and well deserved as well. So yeah, I really hope that we do keep him for a good few more seasons, because I do feel like he eventually will be the difference maker between us going places or not. But yeah, at the moment I have to pick him over Easy. Well guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed getting to know me as a QPR fan. If you've got any other questions about me being a QPR fan, make sure you leave them in the comment section below, and hopefully at some point I will make another video answering all these questions. But before we go, I just want to talk about one thing in this current situation. It's not ideal, as all being stuck at home and not being able to do much, and that. But please be sensible and make sure you stay indoors. Only go out if you're exercising or you need to go and get essentials, and just literally just follow the guidelines that the government has set out. The sooner we can, stop this virus spreading, the sooner we can get back to Loftus Road, we can get back down to the pub and, watch football again, or get out on the field and have a kickabout properly with our mates and that. So, yeah. But other than that, make sure you hit the like button on for this video, and hit the subscribe button as well if you want to keep up to date with my videos. I've got plenty more coming soon. But yeah, other than that, as always, come on you Rs.